Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in here to TSSR Game Time Live's coverage of the ROWVA Williams Field Cougars taking on the, I even forgot the team, the West Prairie Cyclones. You would think I wouldn't forget the home team, but
it's not a good start to the night, Greg.
No, it's not. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and the chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Events, live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street, Bushnell, and cheer the Cyclones to victory. We'll get the intro set, as we always do, but John, coming off the seemingly never-ending United tournament. So I was kidding Grant about that today. Said, does that go on the next 3 or 4 weeks, or because they go back to United again tomorrow night?
Yep.
So as we're trying to get all this settled and in, it has been kind of crazy. They've been a lot injuries, sickness hitting all levels of West Prairie and other teams. I know read of at least 3 or 4 different games, that varsity games, boys games, girls games, that have been canceled or postponed because of illness.
Yeah, it's going around hitting a bunch of different school districts, and like I said, it's definitely affected sports as we approach Christmas time. And West Prairie has been dealing with a couple injuries, excluding sickness on their side. So it'll be interesting to see how they match up with this ROWVA team here tonight.
All right, and I get prepared to do the other job I do. We'll give Mr. Finch a little time to get to where he needs to get, and we'll see if I can squeal out the audience once again. I'm getting noted for that. I'm going to try the Hoyer method, holding it away from myself. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to West Prairie High School for tonight's matchup between the ROWVA Cougars and your West Prairie Cyclones. At this time, please rise, ladies and gentlemen, remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. And now the starting lineups, first for the visiting ROWVA Cougars. Number 12, Avery Rigg. Number 22, Aaron Welch. Number 23, Lizzie Johnston. Number 30, Emma Seibold. And number 52, Maggie Blust. The Cougars are coached by Mike Wiedekamp, Jess Howard, Lacey Stone, and Casey Erlacher. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is time to meet your West Prairie Cyclones! Number 2, Maddie Hood. Number 5, Madeline Sullivan. Number 10, Lauren Powell. Number 11, Janie Phelps. And number 13, Lindsay Dunn. The Cyclones are coached by Grant Bland, assisted by Bailey Watts. Officials for tonight's game, Brian Sullivan, Wilbert Johnson, and Rick Faunestock. Good luck to both teams this evening. And another night, I changed it up tonight. I get bored with the same old thing all the time. Okay. Will do. I realized that after I got through the. And tip is up. Hood's going to control, and that means Lauren Powell's got it. Of course, without Grace Vanonic tonight, and have been for about the last 3-4 games?
Yes, yeah, I would say so. She got injured in the last home game here against West Central. So Cyclones still fighting without her. Haven't had official word on when she'll be back, if she'll be back this season, but that is definitely a key player that the Cyclones are missing here tonight.
And that one knocked out of bounds off the hands of the Cyclone. No pressure a little bit as the Cougars bring it up. The ROWVA Williamsfield Cougars. And with the ball now was Johnston. They kick it in the corner. Shot on the way, no good. Johnston, got your back partner, puts it in for a 2-0 score here. As the Cougars take a 2-0 lead here. 7:20 mark here. Clock rolling to Hood. In the high post, she'll dribble on Blust to Dunn, who is bump blocked and/or fouled by Emma Seibolt. Looks like Seabolt, and that's why I'm glad I asked. The Cougars in the maroon and gold look like Minnesota Gopher jerseys. Shot on the inbounds from Powell. That one, I thought it hit the wire, but Sullivan's going to get it anyway. Now to Powell, she'll pop it up again. High, arcing shot is good. It is a 3 for the Cyclones, and they lead 3-2. Working it back and forth are Rigg and Johnston up in the corner. Fake and a little traveling music for Seibolt. And no, it is not 11-11. I'm not sure why this accursed scoreboard decided to do such thing. The 3-2 steal on the way, dribbling in, trying to lay it in. And good is Rigg. So they make it 4-3. And Sullivan dribbling up, going to be held in, fouled. I promise I'll get the scoreboard right in un momento. There we go. This program and I don't like each other. Powell ready to trigger it in. I'm not sure exactly where he's either done or Phelps. Steal on the way, dribble up, and turn and travel by Rigg. Gives it over. Sullivan will trigger it into Powell. 2-3 zone put on here. Actually kind of a high 2-3 zone. Almost 2-1-2 like. And they try to lob it underneath for Sullivan. Stolen away by Rigg. 4-3 lead here for ROWVA Williamsfield. Kick over to Johnston. She'll come across half court. Bring it down the near side. Give a look into the corner. Now wheels it out. Has it tipped and stolen by Powell. Powell with Johnston behind her. Has it slapped away. Sullivan recovers to Hood. And then out to Dunn. Over to Powell. She'll wheel it around out there. Come back for Sullivan. Out to Hood. Hood watches as they bring it to Powell. Powell wheels, pops 3. Good! And the Cyclones jump back into the lead by 2. As Rigg will bring it up, lobs it for Blust. Quick drop off to Welch, then back out. Back to Welch in the corner. Give a look as Hood jumps at her. Carts Corset, Johnston, dribble, shoot, shot, and got it. So a 6-6 tie here early on in this one. 5:02 mark of the first quarter. Doing varsity first, and then we'll have the next one, a running clock affair. Phelps holds on to it, far side, throws that one, and it is stolen away there And missed on the layup. Dunn able to recover. Up to Powell. Johnston trying to pick it away. And picks Powell's pocket. Say that 10 times fast. And that's on Lauren Powell. That's the team first, her first. And John, really, what we're seeing the Cyclones, some of the passes they're trying a fake and then go instead of just passing it direct, because ROWVA Williamsfield is jumping those pretty early.
Yeah, and it's not like the pass that they're making is wrong. It's the right pass to make. It's just the way that you do it. As you mentioned, throwing a little pass fake in there, get the defenders second-guessing themselves a little bit, opens up those passing lanes a lot more than what the Cyclones are doing right now.
Foul will be called on Welch. And now Powell will work it up a very extended 2-3 zone. And Powell gets the screen from Dunn. Sullivan shoots it, able to bounce it home and in. And make it an 8-6 Cyclone lead. Rigg with it, fires it, and nearly over the head of Welch. Back to Rigg, and they'll bring it over to Johnston. Johnston down the corner, shooting on the way. No good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. We'll see. Looks like it'll be ROWVA Williamsfield ball. Triggered it inbounds will be Johnston. A box offensive set into Blust. Looking for Johnson. The quick pop. Powell jumped at her. Nope. Rebound. Lindsey Dunn secures off to Sullivan. Up to Powell. Powell running to the right side. Bounces to Hood. Hood nearly had it picked away. Gathers to Sullivan. She'll dribble and lose it off her hand out of bounds. Turnover to ROWVA Williamsfield. Inbounds to Johnston. Back over to Rigg. Back over to Johnston. Swinging back and forth. Lobbed up. Welch nearly had it picked. And back to Johnston. Lobs over to Blust. She'll shoot. Shot won't go. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Hood, and it'll stay with ROWVA Williamsfield. 8-6 the lead for the Cyclones. 3:24 left to go here first quarter. Johnston triggering. In the corner. Dribble and cut off. Out they bring it. Shot no good off the backboard, and Powell's got it. Running up. She lost it. Back will come Welch. She has Johnston with her. Nice pass over to her, and the basket missed. Ball tapped. Welch has got it, and Hood's going to get caught for the, what you call an effort foul, John. Good thought, but not the execution you'd hoped for. On Maddie Hood, who has had difficulty with foul trouble here and there. And we'll have a timeout called. We'll step aside as well. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
Back here is Grant Bland in a timeout with his charges. Do want to thank more of the fine folks that make our broadcast possible throughout this season. Do ask during this holiday season, you go and thank them a little bit. Barkley Bills, a hat brand built on two staples, style and comfort, specializing in snapback, trucker-style caps. Check out the selection or consider customs to build your business at barkleybillsco.com. Use code TSSR through Friday for 50 through. And don't let the hat rack fool you. There's always room for one more. BarkleyBillsComedy.com. Wishing good luck to our athletes this year. And a great Christmas present would be a hat from Barkley Bills, John.
Absolutely.
I would accept if you got me one.
Do you not have one already?
I do, but I'd always have room for one more.
Always room for one more, right?
That's right. Powell will bring it up here over to Phelps. Phelps, couple of dribbles, needs to be patient, and got to get that one over the head. As driving up will be Rigg, puts it up, puts it in. And sorry, Coach Dad came out for a minute there. Powell over to Sullivan. Sullivan with a look, pops the quick three. It is short. Rebound chased down. Sullivan with it. Saves it in, and now over for Rigg. She'll work it up the court. Johnston jumped at. Back out to Rigg. Back to Johnston. Three on the way. No good. And Sullivan will snap up the rebound. Over to Sullivan. Dribbling out top. Comes over to Phelps. Phelps picked up her dribble. Now tried to lob it over to Dunn. Threw it over her head. 8-8 time. Taylor Phelps will check in. Janie Phelps will check out. Now Rigg will bring it on the way. Dribbles down, kicks out to Johnston, down in the corner. Back to Johnston, down to Rigg. Rigg shot on the way, no good, and the rebound pulled out of there. Shot no good, and done with the rebound off to Taylor Phelps, who will get it to Powell. Powell up the court, dribbles in, and I'm not exactly sure what happened there. I thought
that could have been a foul. Kicked her leg out, I thought.
Yeah, Rigg kind of kicked her leg up. Not sure. Sullivan dribbling up on Blust. Puts up shot, no good. Rebound fought for. ROWVA Williams field out of there with it. And now they'll bring it the other way. Shot up and on the way by Welch. And a fight for it on the floor. Sub coming in, number 50. That is Megan Erlacher. Replacing Welch. As Johnston brings it into the corner. Shot on the way. It is good. Cougars drop home a three and make it. Actually, they called that. Yep, there they got three. It is 11-8. Under a minute we go here in this first quarter. And Powell works it down to Phelps in the lane to Hood, who has it taken away by Blust. Tipped out of bounds. 11-8 ROWVA Williamsfield lead. And the inbounds comes from Sullivan. Box offensive set. Cyclones need to be patient, and Rigg nearly takes that one away. Scrum for it, and they get it quickly out to Johnston. She'll drive in the lane. Miss it. The rebound chased down up there by Cybolt. Now Rigg will work in the corner, lob it over to Blust, over to Cybolt. Couple of fakes. She'll come back in the corner. Rigg on the way with a three. It's good. So makes it 14-8. 25 seconds left to go, first quarter. Pass in the corner to Phelps. She'll hold. And has the ball ripped away from her. Up they will come, out to Rigg. Rigg thought the three, pulled it down. Johnston slides in the lane, out to Rigg. Over to Blust, fakes. Now back to Rigg. She'll shoot three on the way. It is no good. Done the rebound. And off to Sullivan, and that's the end of one quarter play. 14-8, back-to-back threes by Rigg. Put the ROWVA Williamsfield Cougars up by one at the end of one. Let's take this time out on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
M&B Furniture, Bushnell's only furniture store, is a mainstay in the community, offers free delivery within 40 miles for everything you need to furnish your home. Stop and see the fine folks at M&B Furniture at 41 West Main Street, or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or the web at www.mnbfurnitureinc.com. You can also go 309-772-2111. Having slow, unreliable internet just doesn't cut it in today's world. MTC Communications offers lightning-fast, reliable fiber internet, video camera, and phone systems to the McDonough, Henderson, and Hancock County areas and expanding quickly. Visit mtc.crowdfiber.com to check your availability. And, John, to start quarter number 2 here, a couple of back-to-back threes by Rigg, and the Cougars have taken the lead.
Yeah, obviously those hurt. If you're the Cyclones fan, they played a close game throughout most of it, but those threes, like you said, have the Cougars up here by 6. If you're the Cyclones, I mean, the Cougars really weren't threatening from the three-point line at all for most of that first quarter, but right there at the end, knocked down a pair of them. So if you're Cyclones, you got to make sure you close out on those shooters and secure rebounds.
And the big thing is they have got to cut down on turnovers. Have had a plethora, a cornucopia, that's more Thanksgiving, but I'm not sure what the Christmas thing is. A fruitcake of turnovers? I don't know.
Sure.
And there somebody lost Johnston on and that's what's happening is they're losing people, John, on the switches and that, and you can't do that.
Wide open looks, yeah.
So 17-8 now, the lead, and shot on the way. Madeline Sullivan gets one back. Makes it 17-11. Johnston will work it on the way, bounce down in the corner, shooting the shot, and a foul by Seibolt. That is the third on the team. For all your local news, subscribe to the Community News Brief Weekly Edition, mailed directly to your home every Friday. You can also receive Monday and Wednesday editions by email. All of this for only $42 per year or $38 per year if you're age 65 or older. Copies can be purchased at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, and Blandonsville. Makes 1 of 2. Makes it 18-11. Sullivan over with it. Now bit of Hood over to Dunn. Dunn cross courts to Powell. Powell dribbles in off the backboard, no good. 3 Cyclones kind of fighting themselves for it. Sullivan the shot, no good. Johnston the board, and she'll give a look. Had Rigg wide open. John just missed her, but parts the Red Sea. That's one area the Cyclones are going to have to. Because what's happened, John, is now that they've hit the threes, the Cyclones getting out in the corners, and now they've got to shore up the middle.
Yeah, if ROWVA Williamsfield isn't hurting you one way, they're hurting you the other. We saw them knock down 3 threes now in the game, and now they're just looking to attack those creases, as you mentioned, closing out on those shooters, leave some wide open lanes towards the middle.
And Johnston makes them both. Sullivan with it. Working back to Powell. In the corner for Dunn. Dunn, couple of dribbles, and had it batted out of bounds. Sullivan looks to inbounds. Box offensive set has Phelps open in the corner. Throws it out to Powell. Rigg raking at her, and that one Johnston almost able to take it away. Powell got it back. Tapped, and Hood get it back. Jumped at Powell coming down. Dribbling up. Will put up the 3. That one wide of the mark. And the rebound off of Taylor Phelps will go out of bounds and go back the other way. Johnston dribbling. Looks to dribble down. Sullivan had to cut her off. Went back, shoots shot, missed it. Rebound in the hands. Didn't see that one, John. I guess it was Link, number 15. And ROWVA Williamsfield taking a 10-point lead. Phelps with it, puts one up, able to hit it. Big shot there by Taylor Phelps, makes it 21-13. As back they'll come the other way. Out, and the shot. Top of the key, no good. Rebound, Powell on with it. She'll take off up the court. As a couple of people ahead of her, drives in, shoots. Won't get it to go, but the foul will be whistled on Addison Link. Link not missing there. Sorry, that's an old one, John. I didn't know if you'd get that one or not. It is Erlacher, Rigg, Johnston, joined by Seibolt and Link. For ROWVA Williamsfield, Lauren Powell makes the first. Second one's good as well. So makes it 21-15. Rigg comes back with 5:15 rolling in this second quarter. Bounces out top for Erlacher. Down in the lane for Johnston. Up and in and good. 23-15. Powell to Sullivan. Sullivan back over to Powell. Powell holds, waits. Into the corner to Dunn. Dunn out to Sullivan. Up and has her pass stolen away. Rigg in the lane. Shot is good. And John, as we mentioned, turnovers starting to hurt.
Yeah, ROWVA Williamsfield has just really been able to read the eyes of most of these West Prairie players, just seemingly getting hands on almost every pass that's thrown. 3 here from Powell is going to wind up short. But turnovers have been a big issue for the Cyclones.
I'm not sure. I don't keep count, but a lot would be the statistical, I guess. Welch coming back in. Pass into Johnson. Cyclones are trying to pressure a little bit here. Excuse me. A little token pressure. As Rigg up in the corner. Welch trying to drive lane. Fired it. Erlacher bouncing out to Johnston. To Rigg. Slowly being patient here. Just kind of back and forth. Erlacher in the lane. Scoops up. One. Won't get it to stick. And finally tapped out of bounds by ROWVA Williamsfield. Lauren Bell comes in. Lindsey Dunn goes out for West Prairie. Into Powell. Back to Sullivan. Working it back and forth, getting across. Sullivan going to step up, shoot the 3, no good. Rebound Johnston. And she'll accelerate up the court by about 3 or 4 Cyclones. Dribbles toward the lane, wheels it out. Rigg, quick pop, and a high arcing shot. No good. Rebound underneath by Erlacher, no good. And that's another thing I'm starting to see too, John, is they have got to do something about rebounding. They're on the offensive end. West Prairie's just pretty much one and done.
Yeah, you got to get inside, fight for the ball at least. Try to put some effort into it down low. Try to get some extra possessions for your team. ROWVA Williamsfield doing that on the other end, and they've been able to turn some of these offensive rebounds into points. So, if you're West Prairie, I would look to do that as well.
Sullivan up, down the lane to Bell. Bell bounced around a little, throws it out to Powell, over to Sullivan. Will set herself. 3 is no good. Bell doing a good job getting the rebound down there. Now tries to lob it in the lane, tipped by Blust. And Johnston will bring it out of there. We've got a timeout called by ROWVA Williamsfield. 25-15, the lead for the Cougars. 3:03 left in the half. Let's take this timeout on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
Let me illuminate. Yes, there we are. Back here, 25-15, the lead for the ROWVA Williamsfield Cougars. Good Hope Gardens, located at 445 East Main Street, Good Hope, just east of the North Elementary School. They're open April through October for all your fresh produce needs. They want to wish you and your family a very happy holidays. Grover and Mary Jo DeCounter and family invite you to come see them next year. And now Johnston will bring it into Rigg. Working on Powell there. Rigg The screen from Blust, and thought she picked that one up. Put the luggage handles on it. And now Powell will bring it up. Chased by Rigg. Oh, and threw it right to Johnston. Up to Rigg. A catch and no touchdown, but foul on Maddie Hood. And we'll see what that is on Hood. Ada Vass saying that is 3. Lindsay Dunn will check in a moment. Rigg on the way with the free throw. No good. Sorry, folks. This winter cold will not leave me alone. Ready's the second one. Rigg on the way. High arcing free throw. I do believe Houston may have tracked that one. 26-15. Powell dribbling up against Rigg, kind of chasing her. Lob underneath, and it's pulled away once again. Rigg up in the lane, up and good. 28-15 now. Lead out to 13. Powell lobs it cross court to Dunn. Dunn dribbles and got fouled. And a foul will be whistled on Welch. Inbounds comes underneath the basket as box offensive set. And the pass tipped and taken away. Johnston up the court with it. Lobs it down to Welch. Welch rips it away from Dunn. Got it back. Put it up. Can't get it to go. And Dunn finally securing the rebound. Off to Sullivan. Quickly over to Powell. Powell lobs it for Sullivan. Had to chase it a little. Finds Phelps under the basket. She'll shoot shot way off, and the rebound snapped up there by Seibolt. Seibolt quickly up out to Rigg in the corner. Back to Seibolt. Nice give and go, John. That was real pretty.
Yeah, great give and go, as you mentioned there. Got the ball in the corner, immediately right back down low, sliding inside. We saw West Central play a lot of that kind of give and go offense action the other night, and they were able to capitalize on the Cyclones defense. So Williamsfield kind of mimicking that here.
And that one, I'm not sure whether Dunn was passing or it was a shot. Minute 25 left to go in this first half. Rigg with it now. Out to Johnston, to Blust. Give it bounce, and she'll give it to Rigg. Set kind of a screen for. Shot is no good. Rebound bounced away from Seibolt. And now Sullivan trapped in the backcourt with it. And we had a timeout called by Grant Bland. They had to burn a timeout to get Sullivan out of trouble. And we'll stay right here. Thank some of our very fine sponsors on the way. And a big thanks to Country Financial Agent Brett Powell. Your farm is your legacy. As a leading farm insurer, Country Financial is here to help protect it. Call Brett Powell, your local country rep, at 309-652-3889 for a free quote today. Located in the heart of Walnut Grove and in business since 1974, Ryden Farm Supply can meet all your needs for LP seed, fertilizer, and farm chemicals. Their LP service unmatched in this area. Customer service, one of their specialties as well. Give them a call today, 309-772-3121. Macomb's original local sports bar is the Sports Corner at 124 with a focus on live sports. Catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124, all while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. That is a Sports Corner at 124 North Randall, Macomb. And that one throwing it away was Welch. Back comes Sullivan for the Cyclones here, down to the far baseline. Triggers to Powell, over to Phelps. Phelps open, shoots, shot, won't go. Bell, another rebound. Nearly threw it away. Blust tried to recover it and could not. It'll be Cyclone basketball. Inbounds to Powell. Driving down the lane, shot is up, no good, and the rebound pulled down there by Johnston. Quickly up, and a Welch driving in, going to be a block. And they're going to say a block on Lauren Bell. And so it'll be Seinbolt bringing in bounds from underneath the far side of the basket. It's in at Rigg. Rigg going to dribble right in, shoot, shot, miss it. The rebound done out of there with it, and she's fouled by Rigg. So 19 seconds left. Cyclones, trying to think. It's been quite a run by ROWVA Williamsfield. Sullivan out top. Dribbling toward the lane. Kick out Phelps. Shoot shot on the way. Missed it. Seinbolt with a rebound out to Rigg with 5 seconds left. Puts it up. Will not get it to go, and that will be the end of the first half of play. 30-15. A ROWVA Williamsfield Cougars lead the West Prairie Cyclones. We're going to take this commercial timeout, take a break, and we'll be back with the second half in just a little while. This is TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
And we are back here as the world goes whooshing. And we'll have more games for you coming. Of course, there'll be kind of a lull with the Christmas break. Teams will be in tournaments and so forth. I'm not sure. Do you have any boys' games this week?
Nope. No boys' games this week. I think the next boys' game is after the New Year, so. Or at least the next one that I'm
And I think this is the last girls' game until after the New Year as well. They'll be playing at the Beardstown Holiday Tournament. I'm going to apologize, folks. I've been remiss on the schedule. I've been handling various dad duties after coaching for a couple months. I've been handling various dad duties, keeping track of my children and their activities. One of them who is in the starting lineup tonight. So trying to keep track of that a little bit. You'll see me in gyms here and there and everywhere. And just watching, just being there. Actually, I guess I am going to do the scorebook Friday night, but just kind of enjoying dad duty for a little bit.
Scorebook, that sounds thrilling, I can't lie.
It's really not too bad. It's a lot of fun. It's just a lot of little squiggles and lines and circles and 2s and 3s and stuff. So haven't been official scorer for a while, but I think I can handle it. As we go along here in the season. And, of course, we'll have more games coming for you in the months ahead. I did notice, it doesn't seem like it, but the end of January is the 7th and 8th grade boys regionals. And the girls are normally not a long way behind it. The Class 1A and 2A girls, not a long time behind that, usually. So we'll see kind of how those go along the way. But I know we'll have, I think it's early February is our last girls broadcast, I believe.
I think that's correct.
I'd have to get on various devices to figure such things out. And I already have, 2 open. One on my belt, one sitting in front of me. Because some guy forgot the clipboard with the live reads on it, so he had to look in his email. He does that once in a while, and I will stop talking about John now.
Yeah, exactly, right. It looks like the last home game that we have here is February the 7th.
Okay, that
and
sounds
regionals
right.
Will be the following weekend, or week, I should say.
And let's get the starters for the second half for you. It is Johnston, Rigg, Blust, joined out there by Welch and also by Seibolt. Get the Cyclone starters from Rigg. Down in the near side, lobs into Blust. Blust with a turnaround jumper. High arcer there. And the rebound, Maddie Hood, joined by Janie Phelps, Madeline Sullivan, Lindsay Dunn, and Lauren Powell. Powell. In the corner, Phelps. Phelps. Cross court to Dunn. Dunn. Out to Sullivan. Shot is short. And the rebound pulled out of there by Welch. Chased by Janie Phelps. Johnston over to Rigg. Rigg. Out to Johnston. Quickly out. Now Welch on the drive. Cut off there. Out to Johnston. To Rigg. Rigg fakes. Dribbles past. Runner no good. Rebound tipped out. Blust scoops it up. Johnston long three no good. And the rebound to Powell. Up to a wide open Sullivan. Sullivan in the lane goes up, gets it to go. And so the Cyclones jump on the board to start the second half. Jump out early here. And 3 on the way by Rigg. Holy cow. Phelps had it for a second, tipped out of her hands and out of bounds. As we go along the way here. And path they tried to get it into Phelps, could not do so. It's 30-17. Try to bring it inbounds. Working. I'm going to apologize, folks. I'm not sure what happened here. There we go. As we are live, 30-19, a two-pointer put in there by the Cyclones. Sorry, I lost a couple things on the way here, but we got everything back now. We're good. I'm good. Are you good, John?
I think I'm all right. Just trying to figure out what's going on.
So am I. Trust me, so am I. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. It's what I always say when you start clicking on things. This is what happens. But we are all good here now, but it's 30-19. And the Cyclones coming out with a little bit of a pep in their step in this second half, John. A 4-0 burst by them, maybe a little more defense. Moving the ball around. 2-3 zone put on by the Cyclones to Rigg. Back over to Johnston. And Seibolt with a 3. It is no good. Rebound, Blust up with it. And now Powell down with it in the lane. And she'll take off out of there. Lobs cross court. Powell over to Sullivan. Sullivan down low to Phelps. Phelps tried the shot, no good. And the rebound out of bounds. 5-2 post player. Interesting, but 30-19 lead here. Rigg drives it down. Out to Seibolt, down to Welch in the corner. Over to Rigg. Rigg down in the lane, and Maddie Hood, very lucky she didn't add an and one to that, John, and makes it 32-19. Nice move underneath there by Seibolt. Now the Cyclones work done. Wings it. Sullivan not quite there. Turns it over. And that's the big thing in this 2 minutes and 6 seconds, John. We haven't seen the turnovers for the Cyclones, and they've made a little bit of headway on this lead. Yeah,
as you mentioned, John, very many turnovers here early on in the second half. Cyclones doing a much better job working the ball around as Hood will step out of bounds there. It's one of those things that you'd like to see them improve on, and they have so far in the second half.
Johnston on a box offensive set, ready to trigger. Out to her in the corner. Powell did a nice job helping Phelps in the corner, and now Welch with the rebound to Rigg. She'll drive in, kick to Johnston. Shot is up and good. And makes it 35-19. Sullivan has her pass tap. Blust takes it away. I guess we were kind of the kiss of death there, John, because they weren't seeing the turnovers. Now all of a sudden about 2 or 3 in a row. And a 3 by Seibolt. And what was a 15-point lead has blossomed to 19 here with 4:56 left to go here. A 38-19 lead for the Cyclone, or for the Cougars of ROWVA Williams Field. Macomb's original local sports bar is a Sports Corner at 124 with a focus on local sports. Catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124, all while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. Located in the heart of Walnut Grove and in business since 1974, Ryden Farm Supply can meet all your needs for LP, seed, fertilizer, and farm chemicals. Their LP service is unmatched in this area. Customer service, one of their specialties. Give them a call today at 309-772-3121. Just some of our fine sponsors here. And again, my Christmas wish is that you would go in and say hi to some of our fine sponsors here. Please do so, folks. They do a great job keeping us on the interwebs. And we would love if you would do so and go in and say thank you. Or give them a call. Write them an email. Sullivan and Powell work it up against Rigg, supplying token pressure. Now Sullivan in the front court to Dunn to Phelps, who puts it up. A little quick on the shot, and now Seibolt with the rebound. And nearly lost it. Out to Welch, to Johnston. She goes right through the heart of the defense down, and Seibolt wide open, puts it up and in.
Nice bounce pass there on the drive from Johnston. Was able to spot the open Welch underneath the basket. Gets the layup up and good.
And Powell sent that one out into the lobby. Little much on that one. And now Johnston over to Rigg. Drives lane. Back out to Johnston, over to Blust. Blust out to Rigg. Rigg, quick kick out to Johnston. Shot's no good. Blust right there for the board. Puts it up and puts it in. And John, the rebounding is just starting to kill the Cyclones.
Yeah, the Cyclones did a pretty good job in the first quarter being able to close out some defensive possessions, but the rebounding has definitely left them here in the second half. The Cyclones almost turned the ball over again on the other end.
Inbounds to Powell. To Sullivan. Sullivan wheels around, lobs to Powell. Nearly had it tipped. Powell gets it back. Shoots shot on the way. No good. Rebound tipped. And Cybolt going dribble up with it. Powell trying to bother Johnston. Left her. Nobody else came up. Shot on the way. No good. And Hood going to pick up the blockout foul. That'll be her fourth. And Johnston will, as I say, color in the Caterpillar. Means she'll shoot 3 free throws. Oh, actually, they're going to say on the floor. But it still is Hood's fourth. As inbounds to Rigg. Rigg trying to get past Powell. To Blust. Blust shoots quick shot. And it's going to bounce in and good. 44-19. Leads up to 25. Cyclones scored the first 4 of the second half. Since then, it's been a 14-0 run for ROWVA Williamsfield. Sullivan with it, dribbles up, puts it up, and gets the Cyclones to stop the run.
Nice pass fake there from Sullivan as it got the defense moving a little bit and was able to slide through the gap and get the layup up and good.
Johnston picked by Rigg. Rigg down the lane. Kick out to Welch in the corner, blocked by Dunn. Powell going to get fouled by Johnston as they're heading the other way. And the inbounds will come from Sullivan. Rigg bothering her. Now back to Sullivan. Sullivan. Turn, lobs it. Powell open. 3 on the way is no good. Rebound fought for as Sullivan and Cybolt tie it up. It'll be Cyclone basketball. Sullivan raised the trigger it in. Somebody's got to get open. And Rigg tapping the pass away from Powell. Whips it over to Welch, puts it up, puts it in and good. 46-21, lead back to 25. 2:20 left to go here, third quarter. Sullivan with it. Phelps tried to pass it in to Dunn, couldn't get it there. And we'll have wholesale substitutions. As Maddie Hood, Lindsey Dunn, and Janie Phelps will go out. Or nope, it'll be Madeline Sullivan will go out. Phelps will trigger it inbounds. To Powell. Powell shot on the way, no good. Rebound, Cybolt down with it. And they had Johnston wide open. Nobody saw her. Now they try to get it to her, and out of bounds it goes. Cybolt just did not see her, John.
No, and Johnston was wide open under the basket for a good 2 to 3 seconds. Pass comes a little bit late, a little offline. And a timeout here on the floor.
Your farm is your legacy as a leading farm insurer. Country Financial is here to help protect it. Call Brett Powell, your local country rep, at 309-652-3889 for a free quote today. Good Hope Gardens, located at 445 East Main Street, Good Hope, just east of the North Elementary School. Open April through October for all your fresh produce needs. Follow their Facebook page for updates. Grover and Mary Jo DeCounter and family say happy holidays to everyone from the folks at Good Hope Gardens. For all your local news, subscribe to the Community News Brief Weekly Edition, mailed directly to your home every Friday. You can also receive Monday and Wednesday editions by email. All of this for only $42 per year or $38 per year if you're age 65 or older. Copies can also be purchased at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, and Blandonsville. Lauren Powell works it up in the corner for Phelps. Phelps drives in. Over Phelps to Phelps. Taylor Phelps misses it. Rebound chased. As they'll bring it up the court, they have Cyclones. Actually, it's Riggs shot on the way, no good. High in the air, rebound tipped around. Welch down with it, puts it up, puts it in. Makes it 48-21. Back will come Powell the other way. Minute and a half left to go in the quarter. Powell down to the baseline, shoots a shot. Cyclones gets out of there with it. Scoops. Off to Blust. Blust to Welch. And she'll bring it across half court for Rigg. Rigg. To Blust. Back to Rigg. Tries to find Johnston again. Out to Welch. Over to Riggs. 3 on the way. Good. Puts it up to 51-21. We go under a minute left to go here, third quarter. Powell up in the corner to out for Powell. Powell drives down near side, gets draws a foul. She went crashing in there. 51 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Foul is whistled on Johnston. And Lauren Powell will be up at the free throw line. Free throw on the way. It is no good. Maddie Hood checks in. Janie Phelps will check out for the Cyclones. As Lauren Powell readies number 2. It is up and good. 51-22. Back comes Cybolt. On the run, nobody picks her up, drives in, bounces to Blust. She'll shoot, shot won't go. Johnston, actually, Allie Bunnell, great job snapping up the board to Bell. Out to Powell, and Powell on the loose, drives down. Blust tried to draw the foul, couldn't. Now out of there with it comes Welch. Welch with a 2-on-3, comes to Cybolt. She'll pump up a 3, no good. Rebound Johnston with it, she'll throw it up, won't go. And Hood out of there. 18 seconds left in this third quarter. Here comes Lauren Powell dribbling up into the lane. Shot on the way and good. 53-22. As they'll go to work here. Shot off. And at the end of 3 quarters of play, it is 51-24, the lead here for the Oneida ROWVA, or the Oneida ROWVA Williamsfield Cougars over the Cyclones here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
I was kind of watching the huddle. Sorry, folks. I got watching the huddle. Just going on here. It is Allie Bunnell, Lauren Bell, Taylor Phelps, Maddie Hood, and Lauren Powell on the floor for West Prairie. As Rigg, Johnston, Blust, Cybolt, and Welch on the floor now. Blust being jumped at, raked. Welch over to Johnston. Down for in the corner. The corner 3, no good. Nice job. Allie Bunnell tying up Welch. And it will be Cyclone basketball. Powell dribbles it up here to Bell. Bell gonna pump up the shot, no good. Cybolt out of there with it. Looking for some helpers, bounces it to Welch. Welch in the lane, shoots shot and able to get it to go. Cougars lead is 53-24. Powell across the timeline here in the corner to Hood. Hood, couple of dribbles, wheels around, bounces to Bell. Bell to Powell, 3 on the way. It is no good, and the rebound Welch. Off to Rigg. Bounces over to Cybolt. She missed the shot. Allie Bennell had the rebound and then tied up. It will be Cougar basketball. Sullivan's going to come in and replace Lauren Powell. Inbounds to Johnston. Shot is good. 56-24. 5 substitutions for the Cougars. Hood with the shot, no good. Allie Bennell, another rebound. Sullivan had it get away from her. Rigg over to Johnston. And bring it up here. We've got a substitution timeout as the Cougars subbing in. It is Link, joined by Erlacher. Somebody that I don't have on the roster. I'm going to guess it's Ella Erlacher. And she may not have even been in the book. That's a whoopsie doodles. Actually, that should, if she's not, that should be a technical foul. And the officials discussing a jump ball. Not dinner plans, I suppose.
I wouldn't imagine so. But you never know.
Might be discussing what good restaurants there are in the area. As we'll have a running clock JV game. That'll be coming up next here. And now I think they're asking, is 55-24 asking whether they should run the clock or not.
So I believe usually 30 points in the fourth quarter they run the clock, but
they're still discussing. Now ready to bring Rigg ready to trigger it in. And readies to trigger. Inbounds lobbed in to Ella Rigg. Lobbed in the lane. Ella Erlacher. Ella's all over. To Link. Out to the other Avery Rigg. Way too many people with similar names. So 57-24 here. Dribble up, lob in the corner. Hood with it. Dribbling out top. Not exactly sure where she's going, but wheels it around, and we're going to have a foul whistled. It'll be Sullivan triggering in. They try to lob into Bell. Bell had to gather. Shoot shot, no good. Rebound, and another nice job by Allie Bennell to get herself in there.
Bennell is coming to this game playing with a little aggression there. We've seen her grab a couple of big rebounds. She's able to tie that one up as well.
And it'll be Cyclone basketball after all that. And Taylor Phelps. Take a few dribbles, look for Sullivan. Sullivan sets herself. And now dribbles on Ella Rigg. Wheels around, gives to Bell. Bell nearly at her pocket pick, gets it back. Bounces to Sullivan. Under the basket for Taylor Phelps. Shoots it, no good. Bennell the rebound, no good. And a tie-up, it'll be Cougar basketball. Ella Rigg dribbling on the way here. Now set a screen for her. Kick out in the corner, working for Addison Link. Ella and Avery Rigg shot off the glass. It is good. So ups it to 59-24. Clock rolling here. 4.5 left to go in this ball game as Madeline Sullivan dribbles it up. Nearly had it taken away. Wheels back out to Bell. Bell, a few dribbles. And a foul whistled. Ellerig with the foul. Sullivan. Will triggered in here from the sideline, and John here getting some experience for some other people here, and with a lot of games this week, that's going to be, they've got a game again tomorrow night, so need to get some other people in there. And on that one, Madeline Sullivan did not establish herself as Phelps dribbled it off her knee. And good to see. Like I said, I love seeing the aggression out of Allie Bunnell.
Yeah, she's looked good out here, getting a little run in the varsity contest. We see her in the JV contest quite a lot. She puts in the same effort there as she is here tonight. Definitely one of the more improved players on this West Prairie team as the season has gone along.
Sullivan toes up a three. That one no good. Rebound scooped up. They get it out to Ella Rigg. Phelps giving chase. Puts it up, puts it in, and makes it 63-24. 3:20 left to go here, fourth quarter. Sullivan dribbling down, can't get it to go. Bunnell another rebound, and we're going to whistle a hold on Megan Erlacher. And subbing back in will be Emma Seibolt. She replaces Avery Rigg for the Cougars. Sullivan inbounds. Got to find somebody, throws it, and Hood can't get it. It'll be Cougar basketball. Mason Shipman will come in. Shipman replaces Madeline Sullivan. And Haley Hendricks will check in as well. She'll replace Maddie Hood. Inbounds a Seibolt. She'll find a wide open Ella Rigg, but actually blocked by Mason Shipman. Shipman stepped out of bounds. Ready to turn it here as we go under 2 minutes left to go here in the ball game. Ella Rigg triggers it into Seibolt. Bounces for Erlacher off the side of the backboard and out of bounds. And Mason Shipman will dribble it up now, waits, lobs to Hendricks. Hendricks spins and has it taken, tapped away. Fight for it on the floor. It'll go across half court. And it'll be back to the Cyclones. Kind of like a NFL football follies going for the basketball there. Mason Shipman up with it. Dribbles toward the lane, stops, and has it pulled away. Minute 10 left to go here in the game. Emma Seibolt with it, lost the handle on it. Picked up. And on the way with it. And they will call a foul on that. I wondered, Megan Erlacher going to get fouled from behind by Haley Hendricks. Ready to shoot it on the way here. 63-24, Megan Erlacher. Free throw is no good. Here's the second one. Up and on the way, and good. Makes the second one. 64-24 lead here for the Cougars. And work it up, pass stolen away. Ella Erlacher dribbling out of there with it for the Cougars. Lobs up to Ella Rigg and little bit over her head. And that's pretty much going to do it here for this varsity contest, folks, as the Cyclones will fall 64-24. And John, just one of those Cyclones running out of gas a little bit here. They scored pretty quickly in the second half, and then everything kind of running away from them.
Yeah, and as we mentioned, coming out of the second half, the Cyclones did a good job limiting the turnovers there for a solid 3 to 4 minutes. But then once ROWVA Williamsfield started picking up the pressure a little bit, they were able to get their hands on a lot of the Cyclones' passes, forced a lot of turnovers. And that was really the story throughout most of the game, is just the turnovers on this West Prairie side. ROWVA Williamsfield made them look uncomfortable throughout most of the night.
And we're going to step aside here. We'll be back with the second game. We'll be back with the JV contest in just a moment. You have been watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.